welcome to a brand new episode.
Nothing, 'cause I'm not wanting anything but your love and your body and a little bit of your brain. These days are way too lonely. I'm missing out, I know. These days are way too long, and I'm not forgiving love away, but I want someone to love.
There's a look at downtown Los Angeles from the air. We're coming to you live from the Staples Center. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Moments away, it'll be the Los Angeles Clippers going up against the Chicago Bulls. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has shown over the years that he remains one of the most versatile stars in the league. He said, I pride myself on being effective on both ends. I try to do it all, play the right way, and just get lost in the game. I'll do everything I can to win. And guys, there's still not much he can't do with his combination of size and athleticism.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows it. Thank you. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Montrezl Harrell is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Ball. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Turner in at the 5 down low. And for the Clippers, the team leaders, George and Leonard, are the wings. Bryant is out there with Anderson. And it's Preston in at the 1 spot. And Greg, people already predicting the MVP for this season. Is it too early to start talking about that?
I mean, we have roughly half a season left to play. Yet people love to talk about sports, period. Especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual award out there.
Now here's LeBron. Paul George unable to get his shot to go.
You could see it in LeBron's eyes. He would not be denied on that drive.
For the 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Stolen away. And there's the pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
And James throws it down.
And he's not going to pass up on chances like that. Even with just a sliver of daylight, he can get to the rim.
Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Here's Preston. He's covered by Ball. 6 feet out. Shoots it up. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Leonard with the steal. And here's George. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. And it's Leonard missing. Now the Bulls with it. The drive by James. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
George, that's a 2-pointer. The Clippers rebound. Another shot. The shot by Bryant, no good. Burks in the corner. Here's Harrell. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Anderson passes to Preston. To the paint. Here's Bryant. And finish off by Bryant.
Oh, you love it when Thomas Bryant tries to finish with power. Forget about try. He does it. What a pretty dunk.
The drive by LeBron. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here is George. 6 to shoot. Here's Preston, and the layup's good off the glass. Preston's got 5 points so far.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Preston. 5 points in the game. Doesn't go that time. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
And Kevin, when we talk about new age bigs in the NBA, one of the first I think of is Miles Turner. Here's a guy who has led the league in blocks, but can also stretch the floor.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pulls up on the wing, and James pulls it down. In 2018-19, not only did Turner lead the NBA in swats, he also shot almost 40%, Greg, on his three.
And you go back. Just like 10 years ago, you'd never think we'd see players with the skill set of Turner. But this is how the game has evolved. And guys like Turner are just so valuable for teams to have.
Pass to Preston. Outside, George sinks the triple.
Well, we knew that Paul George was a long-limbed, exceptional defender coming out of Fresno. His offense, though, has been impressive from the time he has stepped between the lines on the NBA level.
And here is James after Paul George getting his three to go. LeBron drives in, and James throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And here are the Clippers now after the Bulls pick up two.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Pass to Harrell. Outside, Ball. James against Anderson. To the inside. Here's Turner. Good, and the assist goes to James. And that ties it up.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
Clippers Spirit Dance Team. Make some noise.
Harrell against Powell. Pass to Forbes. And the foul on Alec Burks. That's his first foul. So Chicago ends up going with the new group.
Coming onto the floor for the Bulls.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Back to Jackson. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Okafor. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Thompson, and he banks in the lane.
They own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Clippers trail by 4. Here is Forbes. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. And so here are the Clippers. Powell, the pass to Okafor. Rejected by Whiteside. It's Thompson off the drive. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Chicago.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
There's something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on the fast break.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
So it's the Clippers now. 6-point game. Here is Forbes. Dunn covering. Now here's Barton. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. And Okafor slams it in.
And dropping the sledgehammer there. He curbs a 10-0 run by Chicago.
Thompson outside. Fires the 3. And they get it back. From outside the arc. Hands it from downtown. Thompson's got 7 points.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give.
And it's Okafor missing.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
On the wing, Thompson. Martin defending. And Thompson kicks to Whiteside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Bulls shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Now the line for the Bulls.
So we can't get either to fall. Clippers trail by 7. Out to the right wing. Back to Okafor. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Barton surveying the floor. 4 on the clock. Over Thompson. Barton. No luck. The Bulls leading by 7. Shot from the wing. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Here's Barton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
It's stolen by Green. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Ball's knocked loose. 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. Barton in the corner. They can't stop the run with that one. Thompson outside. Can't cash in from close range. And so it's Chicago holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away.
More delicate than defense. Defense, you can make mistakes but cover for one another by just communicating and flying around at times and clean up for your mistakes. Offensively, if you're not all five guys at the same time or not moving and cutting, and one pass or one bad screen here or one pass there could mess with the rhythm of an offense.
Greg, I could listen to him talk basketball all day.
And he makes a valid point. You can't just hustle your way to great offense. It takes time and chemistry.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. We've got Will Barton. Dwight Powell is out there with Okafor. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Forbes in at the 1. 5 on the clock. Done outside. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. The shot by Thompson, no good. Clippers trail by 11. Here is Forbes. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. And stolen by Whiteside. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Barton. And stolen by Barton. Inside. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, this is the area of the floor where Marcus Morris can be a problem because of that frame and that game. Look out, gentlemen.
The drive by Thompson. Jackson has the open look. No good with the triple. And Los Angeles guys shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Into the lane. Here's Forbes over Thompson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal.
They get Hassan Whiteside. And so many teams looking to space the floor. Greg, how many non-shooters can you play and still have a good offense?
Well, I think most teams go 4 out, meaning you got to have at least 4 guys that are a threat on the perimeter, keeping a vertical spacer at that dunker spot. But if your dunker can also shoot, man, that puts even more pressure on the defense.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. But they're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Here's Thompson, and Thompson slams it home.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Leonard, and again it's the Clippers missing.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Here's Preston. He's covered by Thompson. with some arc, and the rejection by Jackson. Anderson is checked in for the Clippers.
Bold substitution.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Leonard. And the Clippers miss again.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this move back.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. The pass to Leonard. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. They shoot again, and it's sent back by Turner.
I'll tell you, you love the attitude of Miles Turner. No one is getting off these shots when he's nearby. No one.
A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Up top, Leonard, covered by LeBron. Leonard kicks to Bryant. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Bryant's got 5.
Well, you let Thomas Bryant get set for that shot. He's able to make it without hesitation.
Ball dishes to Burks. In the corner, it's James. Down low, Turner. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first personal foul.
We talk about the best shot blockers in the NBA, Doris. The conversation might start with Miles Turner.
Well, there is no doubt. This guy at 6'11" is so active, moves so well laterally. This guy led the league in blocks. He normally is top 5, and he's got a reputation now around the league. Guys are starting to get a little shy when they hear his footsteps.
Outside for George. Now the dish to Anderson. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup. Anderson's got his first 2 points.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Burks against George. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Bulls. James with it. He's got 12. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Preston. Outside Leonard. Outside George. For 3. Wow, drew the contact in that 3 almost. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
George with no one around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 14-5 run. And James throws it down hard.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Outside, George. Leonard looking over the floor. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Turner's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
LeBron against Bryant. Just 5 to shoot. LeBron, no good. Clippers trail by 18. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Passes it to Preston. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Preston's got 7 points in the game. The Bulls have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. James in the post, defended by Anderson. George trying to break free. They get it back. The kick out to LeBron. Back to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
If you do not box out Montrezl Harrell, you are opening yourself up to offensive rebounds. This guy is a force there.
And the Clippers call time here.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Okafor is checked in for Bryant. Mike Powell comes in for Kyle Anderson. Marcus Morris is checked in for Leonard. And Barton subbed in for Paul George. To the middle, here's Powell, and it's sent back by Turner. And he recovers it. And it's Okafor missing.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Kicks it to Powell. Okafor against Burks. Off target from three-point range. Chicago with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Here's Okafor. Barton in the corner. Shot clock at 6. And the foul on Alec Burks. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Clippers.
Here's Barton. To the paint. Here's Okafor. And it's sent back by Turner. And so it's LeBron James. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds. Thanks for joining us.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic out there by James.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Chicago right now, Dunn is out there with Thompson. Then it's Green, then there's Whiteside, and it's Jackson in at the 4. Got a piece of it. Outside, George. Feeds to Bryant. And Whiteside sends it back. Here's Thompson. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Kawhi Leonard.
It's on Kawhi Leonard.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And so Thompson nails both of them. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. George passes to Leonard. And he comes up with the deuce.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
And Craig, you look at the power that Kawhi Leonard plays with. Incredibly strong for his position.
And Kevin, it helps him finish through contact on offense. And it also lets him guard bigger men. Kawhi makes great use of that strength on the wing.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Back to Bryant. And Bryant slams it in.
Boy, the bounce pass put right on the money. Nice assist.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time.
Kyle Anderson.
That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Thompson. He's got 13. There's the drive.
Well, that's the wingspan to Paul George. He is so good at bothering shooters with that length.
Preston can't hit. Chicago leading by 18. They kick it out to Green from downtown. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Knocks it loose. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. A drive by Thompson, and it's good. 2 points. Thompson's got 15.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Bold substitution.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Thompson outside. Pass to Dunn. Back to Thompson. Out to the right wing. Just 5 on the clock. Green finds Thompson. There's the triple. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw, good, Anderson.
It's a line for your Clippers. Kyle Anderson at the line for 2.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Doris, when you think of players that can turn it on for the playoffs, Kawhi Leonard certainly one of them.
I think Kawhi, because of his history as an NBA champion, understands how different the playoffs are. There's a different level of physicality, a different level of pressure, and you have to be able to rise and meet that moment. And boy, Kawhi has. You have to love the leadership of LeBron James. Is he demanding of his teammates? Absolutely. But they can take it because he demands more from himself.
Marcus Morris has checked in for Kyle Anderson.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Pass to Leonard. And here's George. Outside Bryant. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Lets the three fly. And James pulls it down. James has got 6 rebounds in the game. Now Leonard. He's got 7. The kick out to Bryant. George up top. Fires for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 22 is their biggest lead. No good there. Clippers trail by 17. The baseline J. George missing again.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Substitution for your Clippers, Dwight Powell.
George against James. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Leonard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. They get it back.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Leonard with the steal. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
For 3, Forbes. No good on that one. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip.
Well, I'm not sure there's a more intimidating sight in basketball than watching LeBron on the move.
And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
From deep, George. And the Clippers miss again.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
The drive by James and the dunk by James.
Just textbook basketball, right? James's IQ for the game so high, his vision and court awareness so good, he can exploit that pick and roll so effectively.
George looking over the floor. Leonard against Burks.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
LeBron outside. The feed to Turner. It's deflected.
Beautiful defense from Powell. Uses that impressive length to come away with that rejection.
Burks against George. Trying to end the drought, and it's sent back by Turner.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
It's deflected, and so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Okafor's checked in for Kawhi Leonard, and it's Will Barton in for George. Jabari Parker's checked in for the Bulls. James finds Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
Listen, we know that LeBron James can score at will, but he is phenomenal at hitting his guys with perfectly placed passes.
And the Clippers call time here. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
Make some noise.
Winslow's checked in for James. Okafor dishes to Powell. Now the pass to Barton. He kicks it to Okafor. Barton outside. 5 to shoot. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Chicago leading by 21. Outside, ball. Takes it inside. Winslow, the pass to Turner. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here is Forbes. The three. The rebound by Turner. Well, Chicago has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Ball feeling it out a bit. Down low. Passes to Burks. Second chance shot. Here's Turner. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, this to me is where Turner has mastered that pump fake, right? The defense can't jump at that. You've got to stay down and stay disciplined.
43 seconds left to play here in the third. And Forbes kicks to Barton. Up and in on the layup. Barton's got his second basket of the night.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Chicago grabs the miss. Turner's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. To the inside, and it's slammed in by Turner.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be right back after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Ball, the pass to Turner. That one goes in.
Miles Turner.
That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds. And Los Angeles guys shooting about 26% out there. They need to get a better look. Outside, Bogdanovich. Inside, here's Okafor, and it's sent back by Turner. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Chicago on defense. Down low. Okafor in the post. Whiteside's there, and it's Okafor missing. And here's Whiteside. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. The drive by Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Anderson with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Offensive rebound. Out to Thompson. Here he goes. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Bulls.
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Yeah, and I think something they've also worked hard at tonight is crashing the boards. The second chance points have been coming in bunches.
Anderson in the post. He's covered by Thompson. A nice shot by Anderson.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Thompson passes to Whiteside, and it's good for 2.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Dishes to Barton. Preston passes to Anderson, and stolen by Whiteside. Thompson surveying the floor. To the paint. And the dunk by Jackson.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Chicago. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. Thompson misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Barton passes to Preston. We're seeing a lot of top high school players opting for the G League over college now, Greg. What's your advice to top young players on their path to the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think you just answered it. It's their path. And I don't think the same path is right for everybody. There are going to be a lot of talented young men and women who want to go to college for the experience, for the environment, for the networking, right? You're going to make some of the best friends you'll ever have on a college campus. Having said that, though, some kids aren't in the college, aren't in the school. They want to just go and pursue their passion and their craft, and that's why I think the G League and the developmental leagues that are out there are so good for these young players.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
He feeds it to Turner. Excellent D there from Okafor. And for the Clippers, they're shooting a disastrous 25% from the field so far. And Leonard gets it to go.
I'll tell you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
LeBron up top, covered by Okafor. Pulls up. The shake. Harrell trying to free himself up. And Turner with the basket on the assist by James. LeBron's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. We've heard the calls for more diversity among head coaches, Greg. With the turnover this offseason came a lot of opportunity.
And Kevin, that's really what it's all about, right? The league's values of diversity and inclusion have been really pushed to the forefront. And I think that's one reason why our game is so popular globally, because it is so inclusive.
LeBron passes to Turner.
Well, you love how Miles Turner gets into space in the paint, makes it really hard for the defender not to lean in and get some contact against Turner.
And coming up, Montrezl Harrell said he patterned his game after the All-Star Zach Randolph. Zebo was undersized on paper, but was strong as an ox and found the angles to finish.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
To the middle, here's Turner, and it's Turner finishing it off.
Well, this is where Miles Turner excels. Set the screen, roll to the basket, make sure your hands are up and ready to receive.
And like the great Zebo, Montrezl Harrell might be undersized on paper, but Craig, that 7'4" wingspan levels the playing court.
Not to mention his leaping ability. Harrell's more of a dunker, quite honestly, but he also displays that soft touch inside.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
LeBron against Leonard. James in the post. And the dunk by James.
The ability to flip the switch, right? LeBron James, who decides it's time for me to score a little bit right now. Let me give my team a little bit of juice.
Pass to Okafor. And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Chicago calls timeout.
For your Clippers, Bojan Bogdanović. Chicago calls the timeout.
Let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Six on the shot clock. Here's Bogdanovich. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Chicago calls timeout.
For the Bulls. Your Clippers Spirit.
So it's Chicago now. James looking it over. Driving in. Here's Harrell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Dwight Powell. That's his third personal foul. Third team.
First one falls for him.
So many NBA players like to express themselves through style as they come into the arena. For Montrezl Harrell, it's more about the shoes. This guy has gone so far as to design his own kicks.
He's covered by Ball. Powell trying to free himself up. The shot, no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. James outside. To the inside. Here's Turner. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 6 assists here tonight.
Well, 6'11", 255 pounds. Miles Turner using that size to his advantage.
Their offense, stone cold. Another miss there. And so James will bring it up for the Bulls. Right side, Ball. Drains the three-pointer.
I tell you, it's unorthodox to watch, but Ball shoots the ball with tremendous rhythm and confidence from beyond.
Here's Okafor, and that one's on target from the wing.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bulls.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep. And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was
for LeBron.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Chicago with the ball. To the paint, and Turner throws it down.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Bogdanovich finds Okafor. Back to Bogdanovich. And there's the drive over Harrell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, how about Bogdanovich showing a bit of mobility on his way to the rack, drawing the foul.
And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. And Chicago has possession. James outside. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, all right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.